we're really doing this again. We're really, really calling another classic Christmas show racist, disturbing, whatever. We just went over this recently, and I didn't make a video on it, but I probably should have, where they were calling out Charlie Brown for being racist or whatever, not PC. Now we're really doing this with Rudolph as well. Oh my god, we're really doing this. You know, fine, let's just look at the article. We actually did discuss this a little bit on Midnight's Edge After Dark. And I just kind of kept this nagging in the back of my head of, oh my god, they're really, really calling everything out. They're really not understanding a goddamn thing. These people who don't get basic character development and growth and story arcs. And they sit there on Twitter and social media and complain about how disturbing cartoons are that they don't understand. You know, let's just get right into the article here. Oh my god. So this is from the Huffington Post, HuffPost. Viewers noticed some very disturbing details in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh, Lord. So, Rudolph aired Tuesday night on CBS, and Twitter users gathered around their digital fireplace to share the moment, basically to virtue signal and get their little endorphin rush from getting their like for their outrage, right? And what a moment it was. Some people joked they noticed a few things in the Christmas classic they didn't always spot or simply ignored when they saw it years ago. Here are some of those humorous observations. Every year the elf throws the bird out the sleigh with an umbrella, even though earlier the bird said it can't fly every damn year. Well, you know what? That's just fine. That's funny. Yes, Yukon Cornelius is the first hipster, but... So, this person, okay, I'm going to say what we're all thinking in that scene where Rudolph's nose is revealed. Santa's kind of a dick. He's a little bit of a dick. Oh, my God. If I was Rudolph, I would have told Santa to kiss my glowing red ass. Now you need me. Good luck flying in the dark. Teaching kids since 1964 that your peers will only accept you if your differences can provide them with some kind of advice or service advice. It's late. I'm angry. I sometimes misread words. I didn't misinterpret the whole freaking... that is not the 60s. That's not what it teaches. That teaches acceptance and, you know, maybe judging somebody who's a little different than you isn't the right thing to do. But these are the same people who get on you for pointing out, for being a messenger, delivering a message, and they think you said it. So this is the same type of crap. Oh, Lord. I just can't. So some of them were funny. Some of them were just so off the mark. Here's the thing. With something like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or pretty much any one of these sort of stories, you have the... Let's just break down Rudolph. He's different. The reindeer make fun of him. They're kind of jerks. Then they realize, oh, you're actually really unique and awesome, and you have this ability that none of us have. We're sorry we were jerks to you. Please, help save the day. You are the only one who can do this. This teaches kids acceptance. This teaches kids and adults that, you know, sometimes people make mistakes. And yes, it's in the form of reindeer, but is the lifelong, you know, throughout the ages lesson of... maybe people make mistakes and can learn from them and grow from them. You know, maybe people say something that they don't mean, or maybe they misspeak, or maybe they're raised wrong and are jerks to each other. You have all kinds of instances. Like, these reindeer were absolutely jerks. They were raised jerks. The point is, with something like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they realize how much everybody is needed and how, and yes, it's an exaggerated case. No other reindeer would have been able to fly the sleigh because of the fog, right? We all know this tale. It's so ingrained in our culture. The fact that people don't get the basic message really makes me think that people, especially like under 30, who have been raised with technology, raised with cell phones, computers, tablets, all of these things, probably haven't actually sat down and watched something beginning to end, had a discussion with anybody about it. They were never shown these in school and had to like have a discussion afterwards to show what they learned. They aren't taking anything from anything they're being shown. They're possibly there just on their social media, and they look up when they hear something that they think is offensive. And that to me really says a lot about society as a whole, because I have certainly had the experience where I've had people jump down my throat on something that I quoted. You know, they they decided to go after me even though I was the messenger. So this type of stuff really makes me believe that we're just kind of getting stupider, or we're more distracted. We're not paying attention to anything in society. Is that due to a lot of social media? Possibly. Is that due to just not being taught to think for yourselves or any sort of critical thinking? Possibly. That certainly seems like one of the main contributors. We have a society of people who just like to recite back things that they think will get them a brownie point, and that's basically as stupid as mimicking back the textbook when they're learning something. It's just like they're copying and pasting information. They're not actually learning and processing and thinking and discussing. Is that something that they do nowadays in school, where people just don't have discussions? They're just expected to recite back the textbook in their own words without having any understanding about it. Because I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm guessing that the teachers nowadays don't have time to actually have discussions. They give their lecture, give their lesson, they give a test or a worksheet or something. You have to take that home as homework, and you have no real communication back and forth with the teacher. The parent has to figure out what the hell the teacher's trying to teach. And most of the time, the students don't really learn anything by it. They either get their parents to do it for them. They have the ability now to look it up on the internet, so they don't know, or they don't have to think. They can just copy and paste. Because when I was a kid, that's kind of how things were, except I was super quick, and I always got the worksheets and homework assignments done in class, and had like 20 or 30 minutes to kill, and I'd be bored off my ass. But pretty much that's how they taught when I was a kid. And that was in, the Stone Ages. So is that what's going on now? Where kids just aren't learning and processing and thinking? That they think something like Rudolph is racist and not actually a tale that's supposed to be inspiring, or at the very least kind of get people to overcome their differences and to learn from their mistakes and to have some sort of consequence for their actions, even if the consequence is guilt, like, oh crap, we're sorry, we were so mean to you, Rudolph. I feel guilty about that. People don't even have that sort of concept anymore of guilt. At least as far as I can tell in a lot of these social media crap holes that I have been thrust into because of YouTube. And that's not even a fair assessment of all the people on social media, because there's like a million of you on Twitter that are absolutely amazing. It's always the one or two that don't even like my channel or watch my videos or listen to what I have to say that will jump down my throat on what they think I said or what they think the clickbait thumbnail title is. So yeah, we are in a kind of a culture where we don't pay attention. We knee-jerk react to everything. We don't process. We don't understand. We don't comprehend. And it's kind of disheartening. It's very frustrating to me. And it makes me kind of want to go through and read these articles and stand up and fight this stuff even more. Because we're smarter than this. Every time I see something so stupid, I'm like, no, we're not this stupid as a species. We know better than this. We know right from wrong. We know why these stories are created, and we know the moral lessons in these stories. And that's why they keep rerunning these for all eternity during the holiday season. This and Charlie Brown Christmas special and every other Christmas special that they're deciding is politically incorrect, isn't, and they don't even have any concept of it. And, I might as well rant a little bit about that since I didn't get a chance to with the Peanuts thing. Apparently, a lot of these crazy people were upset, and they decided that the Charlie Brown Christmas was racist because they had Franklin at one side of the table and all the other people at the other side of the table. And Franklin is the little African-American boy. I believe that's his name. It's been forever since I've seen Peanuts. best of my knowledge, wasn't Charles Schulz actually pro integration? You know, he was so anti-segregation. He wanted to have that sort of representation in his comic strip. I believe he even decided to kind of give an ultimatum to some of the Bible Belt sort of states, or one of them in particular, where they said, hey, we don't want to run your comic strip if you have this character and you know, you have to take out this character, this little African-American boy. They probably didn't call him that. They probably said something really horrible. And didn't Charles Schulz, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he say, yeah, well, guess what? It's going to stay in here because that's how I'm drawing the comic, and you can have him in here, or you get somebody else to draw a comic for your slot because I'm not doing it for you. Didn't he do something like that, and where he stood up for the nonsense and the racism? And now people are going out of their way to call Charlie Brown racist, and it's so, like, they have no understanding of what they're talking about when they go on these tirades and these Twitter, you know, just fests, these tweet fests. Oh, what do you guys think about all this? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42. I don't even know anymore what is going on. But I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!